and welcome back to our channel, The Nerdy Magpie. I'm David.
And I'm Bonnie.
And I'm not going to say the joke I said a while ago, but...
Go ahead.
The future's so bright, I've got to wear shades.
This has to put in a dad's joke.
But,
it kind of looks like Helen Keller, if you ask me. Excuse me, no.
Okay. Anyways, we are trying a new video camera today. Bonnie bought this video camera for me a few Christmases ago. And we really haven't gotten to use it that much because there's been a lot going on. So we're going to try it today and see how the video turns out. Can't really, it's got a small screen, so you can't really see the screen, so we have to look right at the lens. So if you think we're staring into your souls, we probably are.
And if it turns out horrible,
it's my fault.
We'll try again next week. So, is there anything? Oh, we woke up this morning to snow.
Yes.
They weren't calling for it. They were calling for sunny weather. It's sunny out there now. Everything's melted, but it was kind of nice to wake up to snow. I told my daughter they called for such a horrible forecast, and it is very cold, and it is very
cold.
It rained very hard, and it was so cold on Saturday. Or was
and
it?
Yesterday, too.
And yesterday. Part of yesterday. But it didn't do anything else. Our daughter did get snow. Her and our son-in-law got snow. But we did not. And they're about an hour and a half north of us.
Right.
So they got pretty good coverage. And this morning they got coverage again. She called me up about 7. We're going to go sledding. And so, anyways, they went sledding and everything like that. But she had to let us know all weekend long all the snow that they were getting.
Yeah.
And we were like, don't call us.
I just told her, don't call us back until you have good news, like it all melted away.
But I was very happy that we didn't get ice. Our lights flickered several times Saturday and into Sunday.
But it never went out.
Never went out. But even if it did go out, we have propane. We heat with propane and electric. So, and we have these lights behind us here are propane lights. So it'll just be cozy down here, if it ever did.
It would be cozy, but...
And most people make fun of people in the South and their snow. It isn't the snow that we have trouble with, it's ice.
Right.
And it's very hard, especially on the mountain roads and stuff, to get out in the ice. We don't have the salt trucks like you all do or anything like that. So if we are without... I mean, if we get anything, it's ice, and we have to have food because it could be a long time before they get to us. So
yeah, especially with if the power goes out.
Yeah. So,
but
I told David we needed to get we had a grill at one point, but we need to get another grill just in case.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a camping, but we need something that's a little bit more substantial.
And hopefully this time next year we will have a whole house generator.
That'd be very nice.
And a little bit better of a setup down here. We're going to see.
And I'd like to, we talked about getting a new stove upstairs. Right now it's electric stove, but we'd like to get a propane and electric stove.
Right, so that we can switch it over.
Yes.
But we hope that wherever you're at, you're staying warm. And that you've had a good weekend. We know that there's been several places. It's gotten a lot of ice, lost power and things. So we hope that, and we pray that you guys are safe and that you're staying warm and that you have the coziness of each other and your families.
All I can say is there's going to be a lot of babies born in October. A lot.
Not here.
Not with us.
No. Maybe some grandbabies. That would be nice.
Well, there could be only one possibility of that, but...
Well, no, not really, but...
Mike and Mira are done.
Yeah, but there's always hope for Brendan someday.
Yeah. Our third son. Our second son, they're pretty much done, too, I think. So,
yeah.
But anyways, we'll get on with what we were going to talk about, which
Yeah.
is
Whips.
which are my whips. Bringo from the Magazine Monthly Challenge. Bringo was over yesterday, and I got a blackout, so I was very happy about that. I worked very hard on that, but I'm sure glad it's over with. Cause,
She's going to give us a secret surprise this week.
Oh, maybe.
A switch down.
That would be nice, but we don't have the money for that.
That wasn't too secret. So.
But maybe for my birthday. David always does a week of birthday surprises for me, so we'll see. But anyways, I guess I will tell David what to get out. Let me, while he's getting those out, let me show you my, David, it's kind of dark in here. Do you think?
It is it was sunny a few minutes ago, but it's gone bye-bye.
If it gets too dark, we'll do something about it. But this is my, my morning stitch, and it says I should be done by March. Let me see if I can get this in.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
So I'm working on the tree, and on the up here, all up here is going to be leaves, and there's some children sitting up here in the branches, and then I just have to bring it down, and then there's some children playing baseball right here, and I'll be finished. So it says March 3rd if I put 104 stitches a day in it, which I tried to put 1 to 2 strands of 18-inch floss. My thing fell on the floor, so I'm having David pick it up. But anyways, so there's that. And then my next one that I trying to stitch on every day, and it says I should be done by January 30th, but I'm hoping, sorry, I'm trying to get this out, so, but, David, can you please, I thought it would stay up. Can you please hold on to that? Okay, so this is my blessing this is my blessing piece stitch, and if you've never seen me before, the Sun City Stitchers, they're the ones I heard about it from, and they said to start a project the 1st of January and have it done by the end of January, and it'll bless your stitching all throughout the year. And so I decided to take up that challenge, and I'm almost done.
It is looking really good.
It's Frosty Tiny Town, and I've changed the colors to more Scandinavian looking colors. David will put a better picture of it up, but all I have left is a house here and a tree, and we'll be finished. So,
that's right.
One thing I did change was right here. She had an X for the beak, and it looked horrible, didn't it? It did not look good at all. And I don't really like his eyes. Let's see, where is it? I don't really like his eyes, and I really don't like his nose here. I should have changed it to orange, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm hoping to have it fully finished by next week to show you all. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I think I'm going to be doing it into a drum. I've never made a drum. And like I said last week, I'm not good at math, so David's really going to have to help me out with that. And then the last thing I am participating in this year, and I was inspired by Katie, Jeremiah's mom, is the Peppermint Purple Cell, and here's the folder I made for it. And if anybody's wondering about these folders that I make, I use a couple of different ones, and I kind of combine them, but I mainly follow Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for project folders, so it's a very informative. Just be a little careful, because there's been a couple of things that I didn't feel like was very clear. She probably made it very clear, but for me it wasn't very clear, and so I had to redo some stuff. But here is all the colors I picked out, and then this one's a little hard to see because I have it on 28.
I think so.
I think it's 28 count. But this drove me nuts this week. I about gave up. But there it is. And David can put a better picture of it. You'll have to look through my magnifier and show you a picture of it. Show you all the details. But I had to fudge a lot. But luckily I know how to backstitch pretty good. So that's that. So that was week 3. And there's still 49. No. How many weeks?
Week 3?
Yeah. How many?
49 weeks.
49. I thought it was 49 weeks. I'm very, very, very tired. I had a really rough week this week with my fibromyalgia, so.
Yeah, there was a couple of nights that we thought she was getting the flu, and it wasn't.
And I don't know where I would have picked it up at, because I didn't go anywhere to get sick.
No, we've been kind of staying in because the flu's been so bad around here that, and especially Bonnie, because her immune system is not the best some days.
No.
And I hate for her to get sick because, it's just not pleasant.
Well, once I get sick, I just can't seem to get over it. And it's
Right.
just one thing after another. So I keep up on all my vitamins, and I make homemade elderberry. And there's a couple other things that I have implemented, and I put in my coffee. They're supplements, and that has kept me well for the most part. Okay, so the whip that was called on last Tuesday, which would have been, I don't know.
Today's the 26th.
I have my calendar here. Why are we trying to guess?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, it was the 20th. So on the 20th, it was to stitch. The prompt was to stitch something with a bird on it. And I knew exactly what that was going to be, and that was going to be my Birds of a Feather needlebook. So I stitched some more on my bird, and I finished the bird. So I think it turned out really pretty.
Good.
Are you going to hold these up, or are you just
Yeah.
going to put them away? Don't
Well,
matter.
I can put them away.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing was something that reminded you of growth. And I thought of, there's a lot of growth in the spring. So I did the retro camper because it had flowers on it. So I pretty much completed all the flowers.
If we ever had a chance to buy a retro camper, we would.
Yes, we would. And right here in the window, I have to finish what was in there, and then I can go to the front part of the camper, and then around the part that goes that connects both back and front. And I will be finished with that. So, and this is by Living on the Rainbow. It is a cross stitch pin cushion. I want to do all her pin cushions. They're so cute. Okay, and then the next thing was stitch on a piece that was your favorite designer. And my favorite designer, I have about 3 or 4, but this is one of my favorite designers. It is Lily Violetta, and I love this Trick or Treat one. So I stitched on that, and I got done some more in the glow. I'm doing it with glow in the dark thread. It's the moon. I hope you can see that. David might have to put a closer picture of that in.
I think.
But it's going to be glow in the dark. And so I'm
excited. I think once we edit this, the video is going to come out a lot clearer and better.
So.
It's just on the tiny screen right now. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it is. It is. So we'll see. We might have to do this one again. I hope not. Okay, and then on, I think it was Friday. Where is my
this
folder?
Is your next one.
I know, but where's my folder? Oh, here. Why am I saying that? It's sitting right here. Okay, on Friday, yes, it was a whip you absolutely dread. And I'll have to say, the one I absolutely dreaded and instantly came to mind was Boost Blue Cont by Lizzie, hello from Liz Matthew. And the reason being is I picked a fabric that was too small. I was going to be very close on the edges, and that bothers me. And then I didn't particularly like doing the letters. And so this time I decided not to do the letters. Let me see. I decided not to do the letters, and I decided to redo all the colors. Because she had more jewel colors, and they were pretty, but they weren't for me. I like bright colors. So I went with these colors. Hope you can see them. And so I started, I'm going to not do the flower. I'm not going to do the words on top or on the bottom. I'm just going to do the pattern. This was the flower. And I'm liking it. And David picked out this fabric. I think I got this off a freebie table. Because I don't recognize this stitching. I don't ever use blue when I serge things, so I don't know who that's by, but I think I got it off a freebie table. So I'm really enjoying that now. I don't dread it now. And then on Saturday, it was a designer that's not in the U.S. And like I said, there's a few that I really, really enjoy. And another one that I really enjoy is Cory Batakori, my favorite holiday. I'm really hoping to get these done this year because I would like to have them up for Christmas this next year. So I worked on Rudolph.
Is he red-nosed?
Not yet.
Ooh, I like Santa.
I think she's got him as a black nose, but I'm going to do him as red nose. So there's that one, and that's in another folder I made. This is a steampunk Christmas. I got this from a lady at the Crazy Woman Stitch Retreat. We did the that table where you smalls exchange, and she gave me some material. She made me a project bag. That's the next one I'm going to show. And then she came the next day and gave me this fabric. So I was so excited.
Well, something that's really interesting about Rudolph is that when they first created Rudolph as a reindeer, they didn't want to give him a red nose. And the reason being is that they attributed it to alcoholism.
Oh.
Yep.
I could see that. You know, a person's an alcoholic for the most part because they have usually a bulbous red nose. So. That makes sense. And the very last call was yesterday, and it was a whip that had 15 or more colors, and hands down, it was Cricket Collection Sleepy Hollow for me. I have a few others that I can't see.
Yeah, it's lined up.
Okay. So I did some more of this roof, and 2 lines of this roof is exactly 125 stitches.
Holy smokes.
I hope you can see that. And I still got quite a ways to go. But I'm enjoying it. So that completed my Bringo, and I got a Blackout. So I'm excited about that. That I completed it, and once again, like I always say, I'm not doing this again, and every year I do it again. So I don't think I'll do the fall one, though. I just really don't. I'll probably do this one or the fall one, but I won't do them both. It's just, I don't enjoy it too much. I was going to, so my whips and new starts. So my new start this week was Boost Boot Hunt. And like I said, I did all colors change except for 310. And that's black if you don't know. So that's the only one I didn't change up. Now, on my finishes, like I said, I got a Blackout on Bringo, and then I had a couple more, and I was going to have one as a secret stitch for my friend Angie for her birthday. Her birthday was December 24th, and I didn't get it done in time, but she'll be getting it first week in February with a couple other surprises, but she's seen it this morning, so I can show it now. I didn't think I was going to be able to show it, but I wanted to show you this first one I did. I did this one. It was a new pattern to me. I really liked how this lady does her folders, but I think I'm going to do a different thing on this folder because this is the one that hurt me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
When you have fibromyalgia, you have something called the fibro flu. And let me tell you, there's no joke about that one.
Nope. She was running a fever.
It was
literally
bad.
a fever. And
but
just...
The reason I was having such a hard time is this turned out to be so thick that even with a walking foot, I was having to push it through. And it's totally unnecessary to have it that thick. So... But I do like her directions so much better than some of the folders I've done. But this is called an envelope folder.
Turned out good.
And I really like it. So these pockets here, I love how she finished these pockets as far as the zipper and everything go. But she made you line this pocket. And not only line this pocket, but you also, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this whole thing is lined too. So it's like triple, which was totally unnecessary. But anyways, there's this pocket. And then there is this pocket. So, and then up here was supposed to have like a place for like a thread bed. I don't use my project bags that way. I guess if I brought them with me places, that would be nice, but I just don't. And the other thing about this is she gave you the option to make it a vinyl for bobbins. And so I don't use bobbins, so I took the other option was to make another pocket. So I really like it. I think the next time I do this, I will not be lining these pockets. And I think one of them will probably be a vinyl pocket. What do you all think? I loved how the binding went on really easy. Everything went on really easy. I like how it folds out. I like how it looks. It just was so thick.
It has a good flow because it looks everything is in order.
It does.
So when you roll it out, it just like...
Yeah. And I think I might, if I think of it beforehand, could put maybe a vinyl pocket or some kind of pocket to put scissors, maybe. But like I said, I don't use my things that way. So...
But you do have a lot of scissors.
But I do have a lot of scissors, yes.
And they would look nice there.
That is true. And the other thing is, David had to help me a lot with cutting this one out. She did not have real clear instructions. Will you stop that?
Sure.
She didn't have real clear instructions on the corners. She just said, cut out the corners. Well, I didn't want to ruin it. I worked so hard on this. So David went ahead and cut out the corners for me and then rounded the corners for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have never... Like I said, I'm new at bias binding, and she wanted you to bias bind. I guess she figured you knew how to do that, which I have. I've done somewhat of that kind of thing when I made American Girl doll clothes, but that was kind of hard for me.
Is it a compass or a protractor?
A protractor.
I used a protractor and measured an inch from the corner, and then used the round part of the protractor to cut it out. Yeah. So that did help make it easier, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
But I think it was kind of hard for her to stitch it because the way her walking foot is with this material, it wants to pull it.
Well, I had the wrong walking foot on my machine.
That's true.
So I had two different walking feet. Feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the plural.
Yeah. It just doesn't sound right. Anyways, I had two different walking feet, and if you don't know what a walking foot is, it goes, like I said last week, it just like that.
It walks your material along.
Yes, and it uses both the bottom feed dogs and the top ones, so they're going at the same time. Usually it's just the bottom one, and this one's just going up and down. The needles going up and down.
Right.
So, but this walks both of them through, so it's an even stitch. But
it's used really for thick material like
yes.
quilts and stuff.
Yes, and so that machine I have a Husqvarna Emerald, and I love it. I love my Husqvarna sewing machines and sergers, but they're kind of funny if you don't have the right foot. And I thought the one I had was for that, and no. Yesterday we switched it out to my other one, and it was just like
so smooth.
Yeah, because Dave, remember last week I kept saying it was jumping and doing all kinds of stuff, and I was so upset. And
well,
then,
I think the one that you were using with the plastic cover, the first one, I took it apart to look at it, and you can't adjust that in there, and it's very loose, like it's been worn quite a bit.
I kept telling David, this doesn't feel like the presser foot's down. So he was looking up how to make your presser foot tighter, and nothing was working. So I said, well, give me the other walking foot, because I about lost it. And he gave me the other one, and it just
went whoosh right through it.
Yep, just like it should. So this is the other one I made, and I made it for my friend Angie, and she absolutely loves Betty Boop. Absolutely loves Betty Boops. And so I bought this fabric for her about 2 years ago. And I never used it, never gave it to her, and so the thing that made me so nervous about this is I can't find this Betty Boop material again.
No.
And
I have never seen it.
I'll tell you why. And so I had bought I think it was a fourth of a yard off of Etsy. That's all they had. And so I was like, we cannot mess this up. I told David, we cannot mess this up, because if we mess this up, I can't buy any more. If anybody knows where any more of this is, let me know. It's so cute. But this is the reason why I say what I'm saying. It isn't just Betty Boop. It's Betty Boop Cowgirl.
Yes.
I don't know if you can
see
it.
You're right on it, Lovey.
And Angie lives in Cody, Wyoming. And her husband's a cowboy.
So she's kind of a cowgirl at heart.
Yep. And so I was like, oh, perfect. And so I bought it for her. And so I ended up making this folder for her. And this is what it looks like. David can put a better picture on it. And let's just say I had to take the whole thing apart last night and this morning.
That's right.
And I redid it at about 6 o'clock this morning.
I had to...
and I will tell you, you do shortcuts, you're going to get long consequences.
Well, part of it, too...
This was so hard.
...is I helped her even it up, and when I did, I somehow unevened the vinyl.
Yes, so this was like a huge hole over here. And there was no way. He tried to stretch it. It would not stretch. Sometimes vinyl will stretch. This would not stretch. And
then there was heat gun on it.
Then there was a couple other things. No.
I know, I would have melted it.
And there was a couple other things that needed to be redone, so I took apart the whole thing. I will say I'm getting better at binding.
That's true.
Because I will have to say I'm very critical.
Your binding looks very good.
I'm very critical about what I do, and I'm decently satisfied with this one. So I was so excited to get this done. I'm done. And I just love it, though. And Angie was so excited. She was very, very excited. So she said
even.
She has a couple more surprises coming with that. But anyway, so that's what I got finished this week. And let me look and see if we talked about everything.
Let's see.
So my plans for this week is to finish Frosty Tiny Town, and possibly, if I can figure it out, have a fully finish. David can help me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to work on Memorial Park, and I don't know what my surprise stitching is.
Surprise.
I guess so. Oh, I know what surprise stitching is. I go in and I pick out, I just don't even look and I just pick out a project. So that's surprise stitching. Okay. And then, and as far as my other, I will continue to work on Peppermint Purple Cell. That should be coming out Wednesday. And once again, I'm having to take out, and that is a pain in the butt to take out one strand of thread. That's all I have to say about that.
And
I can tell this is one I'm going to thoroughly love when I'm done with it, but not while I'm doing it. And my other mentions that I've been watching is Sit, Stay, Stitch. She's always really good. Her name is Dina. She is doing the Great British Bake Off, and she's got a Facebook group for that if you want to look at that. And then Corey Creates. She's very good. She is I forgot what they call it. We used to call them home ec teachers, but I forgot what they call them now.
What do they call them?
I can't remember. Maybe David can look it up. But anyways, she did a really nice whip parade that I watched. And I Cross My Stitches. She's also very good. She has a lot of ideas for finishing and stuff, and she's well worth the watch, too.
And stay tuned. This next Sunday, we'll be producing a short. I know Bonnie doesn't know about this. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
On her game starting February 1st.
Okay.
I ran into a snag and I dropped my phone the other day outside. I'm sorry, but my ADD sometimes gets the best of me and I just drop things for some reason. And so I dropped my phone and cracked the screen. I had to send it back in. And that's where I had all my game stuff on it for her.
Well, you also thought it was a 2-day turnaround, but it
ended
up not being so.
So I'm going to handwrite the rest of it and then at least you can start it. And then when my phone comes back in, I'll be able to print off the rest of it and it'll all be ready to go.
And if you haven't watched my previous videos, which I wish you would, this is he's basing it loosely on Jessie Marie Does Stuff. The
Milestone Manor. I remembered it.
Milestone Manor.
And it's spelled Mylestonn, I think. That's the way. It's an odd spelling of Milestone.
But he can put it up on. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be pick your own adventure.
It's going to be it's going to be like a reward or consequence type game where if she can complete her milestone or her whip, her task is what I named it in the game, then she will get a clue as to the game. And if she's able to get all the clues and solve the puzzle for the game, then reward time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So we're going to do what's in the box.
Yes. Okay, my eyes are shut.
Okay, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for reward. I mean, in the box, but...
he don't know what he's going to do for a reward either, probably.
Yeah.
David's more off-the-cuff kind of guy. I'll say, have you got it done? Have you got it done? Nah. He's always been this way. Nah, I'll do it tomorrow. And he ends up doing that, and he does very well with it, but I'm not that type. I have to plan ahead, so...
Well, I get distracted by things, and then I
Yes, he does.
Yep. Okay. Show you what it is. And no, they're not Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay, I put them on the table in front of you.
Okay. Oh.
Mustache time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got his secret mustache on. Okay. These are for and David will put up a better picture.
I should have brought your printer in here so they could see it.
My printer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the back room somewhere, but that's okay. He'll put up a better picture of it. But I keep this on me all the time. It's it's called a sprocket. HP sprocket. And it's a little printer. And you take a picture of your whip. And that's how I have all my pictures on my whips, on the card. You take a picture of it and you can print it out with this little printer. I've had this printer probably, what, 3 years? 4 years? It keeps trucking on. It's rechargeable and I really liked it. And these are self-adhesive photo sheets. You can buy the HP ones, but I tend to buy the zinc. They're called zinc. And you get a lot more for less money.
Amazon,
yep. And so I really enjoy my little sprocket. And every time that I kit up a new project, I put the picture on it for the most part. And as long as it's got a card, then I put a picture on it and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It's sort of like the Polaroid instant pictures used to take, but you don't have to shake them.
And you don't have to make sure, you know exactly what your picture's going to come out like.
Right.
You don't have to guess, oh, is it going to turn out, or is it going to be crooked, and waste all kinds of paper, photo paper and stuff.
And one last thing before we go. If you're a big SNL fan from long ago, sprockets, let's dance. Never know. Someone might get it.
Okay. We didn't have
she don't get it.
We didn't have a TV growing up, so I don't know. But anyways, okay. Well, it was nice talking to everybody, and like, subscribe, and
follow us, and
make sure you put all the comments down. I do want one more thing before we go, and I just thought about it. I do want to mention my friend Angie, Threaded Treasures. She announced on her channel that she's going to be doing a cross-stitch retreat. I know she's talked about this for years, and I've encouraged her, and I've been wanting her to do this. And when she finally told me about it, I was so excited for her. So go and check that out. If you're interested, it'll be in Cody, Wyoming, October 3rd and 4th. And so she'll give you more details. She hasn't finalized everything. We talked about it this morning, but she's getting there, and it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful retreat. So go and check her out, and I'd love to see you guys there. I'm going to be there, and whoever is
she'll be flying out probably the week before, or maybe
the week of.
The 2 weeks before. Or
no, John wouldn't like that. That's Angie's husband.
Well,
no.
She likes to spend time with Angie. So.
I sure do, because I don't see her very often. I mean, we talk all the time on the tablet and stuff, but we don't see each other in person. Yeah. So any opportunity I get to go, I do. But anyways, so go and check her and check out that retreat. It's going to be a wonderful retreat. And her mom's going to be doing the food, and let me tell you, her mom is excellent. That's her mom's thing. So
and she looks like her mom.
And she does not.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, I always thought
I don't think so.
I always thought she did a little bit. I mean, I don't think they're twins, but
her mom was our babysitter when we were little. So.
Oh anyway, yeah, I've heard a lot of Butch and Diane stories.
That's Angie's parents. So. Okay, well, we'll let you go.
Have a good Monday. Bye.
Bye.